The Mega Iceberg, an image I originally posted on Twitter on the 23rd of January this year, 2021. It's quite extensive as it covers multiple platforms such as YouTube, Discord, and even Twitter. It's rather extensive, so buckle in, this is going to be a bit of a long one. Just a couple of things to say before I get into the meat of this video. If something you were expecting, such as he, didn't make it onto the iceberg, don't worry. I've been considering making a second iceberg at some point with more things on it, but I don't know when that will be coming, as I don't really want to rush it or anything, and I'd rather it make sense to be a second one rather than just being a rushed thing. Also, if you were trying to work on making an explanation of this iceberg, and even if you hadn't finished it in time, which I don't think anyone has, be sure to send me at least what you are working on, as it'll be interesting to see what people expected all of these things to mean. With that being said, it's time to cover the iceberg. The sky. ACNH Island Tour. This is the title of my very first video on my channel. It's rather bad quality and my voice is something else, but it's still the history of the channel after all. As much as I may kind of dislike it, it just shows how far I've come, so all of my old videos will probably stay on the channel. Wednesday and Saturday. These are the days I upload on, at least for the majority of the time. There may be delays here and there, of course. On Wednesdays I upload new episodes of my Minecraft Let's Play, and videos with a lot of effort put into them, which usually end up being video essays recently. They come on Saturdays. My current schedule is 2 videos a week on these days, but that may change in the future. Animal Crossing New Horizons. Animal Crossing New Horizons could be on here for many different reasons, but the main reason it is here highest on the iceberg is due to it being what I started my channel on and what the majority of my content that has been focused on from May 2020 to now. I don't play the game too often these days, but the game definitely means such a lot to me, and it has honestly kind of genuinely changed my life, so expect a video in March where I really go deep into it. Minecraft Nintendo Switch Edition. This is the edition of Minecraft that I play for my Minecraft Let's Play series, and there's not really much more to it than that. It is this high on the iceberg anyway, so don't expect things deep this high. Things will get deeper later on though. Twitter.com/megaspaghetti. By typing this into an internet browser, it will take you to my main Twitter account. This was originally going to be lower down on the iceberg by 1 or 2 levels, though then I realised that of course I did post this on the Twitter account anyway, so of course everyone would understand what this means and why it is on the iceberg. The tip. Mini Mega. Mini Mega, as many of you know, is my second channel. The content on there varies. Sometimes it is video game content, other times random meme videos I likely found on Discord. Fun fact, this is my most viewed video I've ever uploaded to YouTube across all channels, and nothing on my main channel gets even close. It's honestly pretty funny. Recently it surpassed 50,000 views, which is just hilarious to me, honestly. Thank you. Mega's Channel Cave. Mega's Channel Cave is the name of my Discord server. Not everyone who knows me know I own and run a Discord server, though a sizable amount of people are aware. It's honestly pretty active, so if you're so inclined, be sure to join with the link in the description. Wow, that felt weird to say. Paper Mario, the Origami King. This is a Paper Mario title that has been released on the Nintendo Switch, though that is not the reason for it appearing on this iceberg. It is on here due to the fact that it was the first time I had made a video on the game that was not on Animal Crossing New Horizons. I have many problems with the video itself, but those can be kept for another day. Raymond. Raymond used to be my favourite villager in the whole of Animal Crossing, as evident from older videos such as the aforementioned Island Tour video, where it is visible that 2 inclines out of the 6 total you can have on your island are used just for Raymond's house. Now though, Raymond still lives on my island, though his house is only on a row of 3 others, so he doesn't get 2 inclines anymore. Under the Water. 3rd of October 2020. This is the day that my video, Splatoon 2, Will We See a Final Fest 2, was released. Not much to this one, though the date would make you think. Animal Crossing GameCube. This is the first version of Animal Crossing to make it worldwide, but as for its relevance to me, you may remember that I recorded a video that appeared to be starting a new series of playing the game. I had recorded a second episode, but I encountered some issues, making it into a video, all editing it and all. So, since I had of course done things in the footage, it would be weird to make an episode now skipping everything I had done during that episode. I still have the save data for the town of course, so more episodes could come in the future, but since I prefer my main videos on Saturdays to be the ones with lots of effort and editing put into them, I doubt it will return anytime soon. Maybe at some point, just to kinda look back on it. I mean, only if the interest is there really. I mean, it's the oldest Animal Crossing game, so it does still have its charm, but I don't know so much if the interest is there for me doing a Let's Play of it. But if you are interested, be sure to let me know. Spoilers. Spoilers was a channel that used to exist on my Discord server. After people not listening when I said to treat the channel seriously, it was deleted. Looking back, I don't really think it was needed on the server anyway. Commands and Spam the sequel. This used to be a channel on my Discord server too, though it was of course deleted too. While it was genuinely used, there wasn't much point in keeping it two of them in the end. I believe it was originally added because of the !game command that I added to the server, though excitement and use for the command began to die down, so the channel was removed accordingly. Craig. Craig was a Discord bot that used to be on my server. It was originally added since me and Samantha were going to do a collab and use Craig to record the voice channel in use for us for the video, but with it not functioning well among other factors, we decided to just cancel the collab entirely. I did actually reference this collab in a different video before. I believe it was my Q&A video for 50 subscribers, where I said there was a collab coming soon, so keep your eyes out for that. But yeah, the collab kind of just died down. Lowercase q, capital M, lowercase n, WM, 7, capital V. This combination of letters capitalised and not with a number 2 is actually the end of a Discord invite link, though inside of Discord it can function without the other part of the link. If you use it, you are simply taken to my server, specifically the rules channel. This is the link that is always used in the description of my videos, as well as other places I want to give access to my server, such as Twitter. Diving deeper. OMPD. OMPD, also known as One Message Per Day, is a channel that was believed to be deleted from my Discord server. Believe it or not, it actually does still exist, just hidden. I hid it due to the fact that I felt it was a bit pointless, and I wanted to reduce the amount of channels I had on the server. It was brought up in a conversation not too long ago, so maybe it could return someday. Just maybe. Though, I have to be honest, some people did really enjoy it, so I honestly wouldn't be opposed to bringing it back sometime, but just don't count on it, since I want to make sure all channels do have a purpose. Which, as you'll see on this Iceberg, some channels were removed just because they didn't have a purpose. 20th of March, 2020. This is the release date of Animal Crossing New Horizons. It is also the date that I first got the game for the very first time. Also a fun fact, that the 20th of March is also the National Day of Happiness, so yeah, it's pretty cool that Animal Crossing released on the National Day of Happiness. That's just a pretty cool thing. I mean, I wonder if it's intentional, but anyway. The Wardrobe by the Rock Garden. This is one of the deeper items on this list, so let's get into it. Though to simplify it, it was noticed that a random wardrobe appeared right by my rock garden, and it was blocked off by some hedges. The first time this was noticed was by a long-time fan of the channel and friend Sidoka, where he commented on my video of how I got into Animal Crossing as, "I see an unconventional wardrobe blocked by a hedge." And he is entirely right. You cannot use the wardrobe due to it being blocked. If you found this comment from Sai, you may think the case is closed, since I had replied to him months ago stating, "To be honest, I don't know why I put that there, lol." Though, as you may have guessed, this was all a trick. I know exactly why I put it there, and so I will finally share a reason with you all today. So, I literally just wanted to change clothes outside instead of having to go inside my house every time I wanted to. Yep, that's it. That's literally it. Before I move on though, there is an interesting thing to note from this. Despite Shai noticing it in the wardrobe in my video of how I got into Animal Crossing, that isn't actually the first time that it appeared in a video. I don't know the exact date that I put it inside of my island, since I mean maybe I took screenshots of it, but I don't know, and that would just take way too much work to find out, so maybe in the future, I don't know. The first time it appeared was in my updated island tour video, where it is just about visible. Just. As you can see here. Unsurprisingly though, due to the lower quality of the video and the incredibly short time frame that the wardrobe is noticeable in, you would barely be able to see it. Even if you did notice it, you wouldn't know what it was unless you were looking for it anyway. Theory busted. 10th of June, 2020. This is the date that my Discord server, that is still used to this day, was created and set up. Not much to say really, but a fun fact, 95 messages were sent during that day. Cappy. This one may seem obvious to a lot of you, but it is the name of my Animal Crossing New Horizons town, or island. Then, few of you may know that it's also the name of my Animal Crossing New Leaf town. Though, what I would argue none of you, perhaps a side couple, would know that the island that actually the name originated from is Tomodachi Life. It originated from me loving Super Mario Odyssey at the time when I chose the name, but Tomodachi Life is the first game that I ever called anything Cappy. Then I proceeded to do the same in New Leaf, and then when I got New Horizons, I thought, well, I'll just do the same. In the next Animal Crossing game on the new Nintendo Switch Pro Deluxe Ultra whatever, that's definitely coming by the way, I'll keep my town/island Cappy too. MC Server Talk. This is a channel that, as of this video's release, is still public for everyone, but in the future it may be limited to a reaction role. This channel, as well as MC server information, are to do with a Minecraft Java Edition server I have created, though I'd never got around to posting the details, as I wanted to post the details at a time where I could play too, as I feared that someone would get really far ahead leaving everyone else behind, and they'd go defeat the Ender Dragon alone or something. Not sure. If you're excited for this server, don't worry, it will be coming at some point, but please keep in mind that it will be a bit laggy at times due to it being free. March 9th, 2019. For a more simpler one, this date is simply when I quote-unquote created my channel on YouTube. I didn't post any videos until my first one on August 16th of 2019. That video and many others on my channel are now unlisted, though a select few have been sent links of them. Little Big Planet. This is again a more simpler one. I'm a huge fan of the Little Big Planet franchise, and I have been for almost 8 years. This series means a huge lot to me, and I can say with certainty that Little Big Planet 4 will be coming to the PlayStation 5 at some point. I was going to bring this up in some sort of other video, but I might as well mention it here, that I believe that Little Big Planet 4 is coming to the PlayStation 5, because Sackboy Big Adventure was kind of put out to see like if people are still interested in the Little Big Planet franchise, which I can see how people could argue that theory isn't really amazing, since like it's not a Little Big Planet game, but I just think that it's just kind of been put out there to show interest, as in, why else would they suddenly put Sackboy in a game? Like, it seemed a bit random to me, but anyway. The lower section. 28th of November, 2020. This is the date when my video, Mega's Return, released. Though additionally the date lingered in my mind as being really impactful for some reason. Guess I really am that big, huh? Review of every Switch game she owns. As this one is kind of just directly saying, I plan to review every Nintendo Switch title I own at some point. I have kind of already done this with Super Mario 3D All-Stars, but that's more of just how I feel about everything around the collection mostly. As one you may be thinking about knowing me, Animal Crossing New Horizons. It's hard to review that game honestly, so expect a big video about the game as a whole, coming on its 1 year anniversary, as I mentioned earlier. Another video essay! Peachy, trademark, 1091. This is a Discord tag of someone I know called, well, you guessed it, Peachy. The reason she is on this Iceberg though is due to her being the very first person to ever join my server, and she helped me set it up. She also saved the server from raiders at one point. Her efforts are truly appreciated. We're still great friends to this day. I appreciate her a lot. Capital S, lowercase c, capital U, 3, lowercase x, 6, lowercase o, I, Q, O, 8. As you may have been able to guess if you're being smart, this is the end of a YouTube link. Following it will take you to a video that is the video that I probably put the most work into out of any on my channel, and so the link was shared around a lot, so it's kind of ingrained into my mind as to why it's on here. Origin of Mega Spaghetti. The origin of the username Mega Spaghetti is a rather old yet simple tale. The way it was simplified down to like just Mega now could be rather obvious, so it'll be left out of this video. What it boils down to though is that I created a Club Penguin Island account with the username Super Spaghetti, since, as you may remember, the spaghetti meme was going on around at the time, and I wanted to stand out or something, I guess, with the super. Being the immature person I was back then, I was banned from how I acted in the chat. So I created an account to avoid the ban, and I wanted it to be bigger and better, so as you may have guessed, I called it dun 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 Mega Spaghetti. Then, when I joined Discord, it was the username my account originally had, back in December 2018. Hope this answer satisfied you. Video information. Video information was a previously public, now hidden channel, where I decided to show how I was putting my videos into different series, like Series 0, Series 1, Series 2, etc, etc. After rethinking and deciding it was just pointless and confusing, the idea was scrapped. Just watch my videos however you want, but not in some series. Though some videos are in playlists of course, like for example I might put my video essays into a playlist. Like for example, ones that are like truly video essays, not just the style of editing. For example, Minecraft in Retrospective has its own series, the Let's Play series has its own series, but then ones that like are true video essays, such as the Little Big Planet one, that would be in a video essay playlist. I don't know, but there's no series to my channel, this isn't some TV show. Mega's hatred of YouTubes. As I've stated before on Twitter, I hate YouTubes. Just not a fan of the style of them overall, I just find them cringe. If you like them, that's completely fine, but just don't expect a mega YouTubes or anything one day. If I somehow get really big one day, since now I'm around like 260 subscribers, which really thank you for by the way, but if I ever get big enough and I get an email from them, I'll just decline it. The Edge. Think Heavy. Think Heavy is the name of a font that is used in many of my videos, in mostly the outro, though in thumbnails too. The reason I use it is not only that it looks nice in my opinion, but it is also used in the logo for every Animal Crossing game. Fun fact. Also apostrophe. This was a typo that I made on Discord before from sending a message too early. It's kind of funny at the time, but not too much to this one. Keyboard. Instrument. I added instrument not to be confused with a computer keyboard or something, but yeah, I enjoy playing the keyboard. I know how to play a lot of tunes too, including the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate main theme. Just a little backstory for it, the original reason that I started getting into liking playing the keyboard is since I had one that I've had for years since it was kind of a kiddie toy one, and I learned the Thomas the Tank Engine theme just to play to my friends in music class. But I ended up finding it really just fun to learn, and it's honestly really satisfying, so I ended up learning more and more things, and now, as I mentioned, I know the whole Super Smash Bros. Ultimate theme. I also learned the Animal Crossing New Horizons theme, though I've kind of forgot points of it now. And also a fun fact, my outro music, which some people may think is from some old retro game or something, I actually composed it all myself. I mean, well, I say composed, but I'm saying really, I was just bored one summer night, and I was just pressing keys on my keyboard, and then I ended up making a bit of a tune. So then I recorded it, and then using the keyboard feature, and then I just made a video on my iPhone just to get the audio, because I don't know how to get the audio directly from the keyboard, and then I started using it in videos. So yeah, that's basically it. Amiibo Festival on Nintendo Switch. I have previously stated before on Twitter that I would like to see a controversial Wii U title, Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival, on the Nintendo Switch. My reasoning is that I really just want to play it, as I have a Discord friend who I've known for over 2 years now, and she finds it really fun. And honestly, if there was a mainline Animal Crossing game on the Wii U before it released, I don't think people would have a problem with it as much. But yeah, since I don't own a Wii U, there would be no point in me just buying a Wii U just for Amiibo Festival of all games to pick. Because even though it can be fun, I have to say it's not the best of games. One Night, Hot Springs. This is the title of a game that covers the experience of a transgender woman in Japan going into a hot spring. In case you're wondering where my Twitter profile picture is from, it's from One Night, Hot Springs. I recommend checking out the game, as it's both free on Steam and Android Play Store, but I do note it covers topics heavily. Blue Snowball. This is the make of a microphone that I have and I use for all my videos now. I'm even using it right now. It was rather expensive, but definitely worth the price. Twitter.com/megaspaghettyt. By typing this into your browser, you'll be taken to a Twitter account that is also owned by me, but very few know of. In fact, the only person other than me who follows it is now unnamed. The account was originally created in the early hours of one morning, around 1 AM if I recall correctly, where I was thinking of doing something similar to Sybil's, and making Mega Spaghetti my personal account, and Mega Spaghetti YT more focused on my channel. Laughably, some minutes later, I decided it was kind of pointless for me, of the size of my channel, since now, like I said, I have around 260 subscribers, which thank you all for 250 subscribers by the way, though I may consider it in the future, but now it honestly doesn't really need to happen. Mega Buildy. Not much to this one, just I accidentally set my nickname on a server to Mega Builder, and I didn't type the letter R accidentally. Just the X still hasn't been modded yet. This was a previous joke on the server that the member Classics made, though after being asked, he has said he wouldn't want to be a mod, so it's all just fun and games. But honestly, I do kinda like this joke. 3:30 PM, January the 12th, 2021. This is when the Iceberg was first mentioned as a mere idea for the very first time on Twitter. The group chat Iceberg sneak peek. For a while in the group chat I'm in, I set the profile picture of it to be in a zoomed in part of the iceberg. Due to Discord's compression and the tiny icon size when viewed, you really couldn't read any of the entries at all, apart from if you're me and you knew what they said, or if perhaps you found an old screenshot of it and you're looking at it after this video, because of course the profile picture is being changed now, so you can't really just go back and look at it, even if you're in that group DM. The Void. 15th of August, 2019. This is when my very first video was uploaded to the channel that isn't public. It was just a video guide to help you if you're stuck in one of my Super Mario Maker 2 levels. It's now been unlisted, and I find it funny that I actually got a dislike on the video before I was even like a big YouTuber or anything. Because I mean, well, I'm not necessarily like a really big YouTuber right now, but like before I even like regularly uploaded videos or anything, I think it was just someone didn't like a comment I made on some other video, so they decided to come all the way to my channel just to leave a dislike. Honestly, I don't really care about dislikes though, since they actually do boost the video, nonetheless, since it counts as an engagement. Like, if you don't get likes or dislikes, then YouTube will say it as in no one cared, but then if people did leave a dislike, then it will say that at least they did interact with the video, so it will still share it around, so don't worry if you get a dislike on anything. Wooden Soul. When we were watching one of my Minecraft episodes, when I say wooden shovel, it kind of sounds like I say wooden soul, I guess. When I was writing the Iceberg, I thought it said wooden soul when I first watched it, but then when I listened to it again, I couldn't really hear it again. So, yeah, that's just it really. Make up your own mind on it. 1st of August, 2019. August 1st was the supposed date of my very first tweet on my Twitter account that I still use to this day. However, as you'll see in the next entry, this is not the case. 21st of July, 2019. This is the actual date of my first ever tweet. I remember actually taking the screenshot inside of Odyssey, and it's pretty interesting. I still kinda like it to this day. The Mystery of Minecraft 006. After putting up this episode, I realised how the episode just kinda seemed off. Despite the video being about finishing off the mansion, it's got a thumbnail of my wheat farm for an example. The episode as a whole just has a really weird vibe to it. It's also the episode that the Wooden Soul listing came from, so there's that. And finally, capital A, lowercase b s, capital I, h b, lowercase b, capital T, lowercase k, capital A, capital Q. As you might have been able to guess again if you're being smart, this is once again the end of a YouTube link. Following it will take you to a video of how I chose to welcome a new decade, of course playing Little Big Planet music. The video will almost never be public, but I have decided to private this video since it includes information I don't really want to be seen by the masses. What you see on screen though is basically what the video entails. With that, the Iceberg is finally summed up. Woo! It's just before 10 to 9 on the Thursday before this video goes up as I finish off the script, and yet again a video in the video essay style of editing was very close to just being able to come out in time. Future videos will cause a lot less strain on me getting them out in time, which is helpful for myself. And also fun fact, it's just before 10 PM on the same Thursday as I'm recording this. If you enjoyed this video, I would really appreciate it if you left a like, as a lot of work went into this one with editing and all. If you enjoyed this editing of this one by the way, you'll probably enjoy the other content on my channel too, so be sure to subscribe if you haven't already to see 2 new videos every single week. At least that's my schedule as of now. With all that being said, that is it from me for now, so again thank you all for watching this video, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye! Also, just before this video ends, make sure to check the description because there's going to be a link to an unlisted video. Actually a video on Minimega, which is basically just going to be showing off unnamed explanation of the iceberg, which is impressively good. So, if you want to check that out, be sure to check the description. It was going to be added to the end of this video, but then it would have just been way too long because the thing ended up being like half an hour, so if you have half an hour to waste or whatever, then be sure to check that out, or just flick through it, whatever. Anyway, I do look through deep into it though, so it does make sense for the half an hour, but anyway, I really hope you enjoyed this video because it took lots of effort to make, and I'll catch you in the next one, for real this time. Bye!